Everybody's talking over everybody else. Someone's telling stories, someone's pouring something out. You're sitting by the window, turning circles on your glass, smiling at the right times, never trying to be asked. I don't know why I noticed, maybe because you weren't trying to be seen in a room full of people. You were somehow where my eyes kept going. You don't say much, but when you do, I lean in without meaning to. You're the quietest person in the room, and somehow I hear you the most. And the way you hold a smile half a second before you let it go. Everybody's trying to shine, you don't even seem to mind. You're the quietest person in the room, and I can't stop noticing you. Someone changed the music, you looked up like you knew the song. Just a little movement of your fingers keeping time. Then somebody asked you how your week had been. You said it's been okay, but your eyes said something else. I almost asked what happened, but maybe not tonight. So I moved a little closer and left some room beside mine. You don't fill the silence, you let it take its time. And for once, I don't feel like feeling mine. You're the quietest person in the room, and somehow I hear you the most. In the way you look outside when the conversation gets too loud. Everybody's trying to shine, you just watch the city lights. You're the quietest person in the room, and I can't stop noticing you. No need to talk, stay a while. Maybe I've spent too much time thinking love would make us sound like thunder through an open sky. Something no one could mistake, but maybe it can start this small. Two people by a window, not saying very much at all. Then your shoulder touches mine, and neither of us moves away. You're the quietest person in the room, but now I'm sitting next to you, and the whole place fades a little when you turn and meet my eyes. Everybody's still talking, someone's laughing down the hall. You're the quietest person in the room, but you're the only one I notice now. You look at me, then at the empty glass in your hand. Wanna get out of here, I smile. Yeah, and for the first time all night, you don't have to say it twice. I used to say yes before I even knew if I had the time, if I wanted to. Stayed at the table long after I was tired, kept little pieces of myself quiet. I knew everybody's favorite place, how they took their coffee, what they needed me to say. Funny how I got so good at knowing them. I stopped asking what I wanted. Then one Tuesday morning, nothing big, nothing broke, I changed my plans, and for once didn't explain. That's when I started choosing me, not over you, not over anybody. Just listening when something in me said stay, go, not today. I didn't change my whole life overnight, I started choosing me. I bought the flowers that I always walk past, took the window seat and let the train go fast. Spent a Sunday with nowhere I had to be, didn't apologize for needing peace. I called my mother because I wanted to, turned down a party I would've suffered through. Made dinner, put my favorite record on and let the evening belong to me. No grand goodbye, no door I had to slam, just little choices leading me back to who I am. That's when I started choosing me, not over you, not over anybody, just listening. When something in me said stay, go. Today I didn't change my whole life overnight. I just stopped leaving myself behind. Funny how the world kept turning when I started choosing me. Little by little, coming back. I thought being kind meant always giving, thought being loved meant making room, until there was so much room for everyone. There was barely any left for me. Now I know a heart can stay open without giving everything away, and saying no to what I don't want doesn't make my love less real. That's when I started choosing me, and somehow I had more to give, not from guilt, not from fear, just because I wanted to be there. I still show up, I still care, I just don't disappear to prove it anymore. And the life I kept waiting for was already at my door. That's when I started choosing me, not all at once, just enough to finally choose my life. Tomorrow I might change my mind, that's okay. For once, it'll be mine to change. We said just one coffee, maybe half an hour or two. Had a dozen other things we were supposed to get to. Found a table by the window, dropped our jackets on the chair, started talking about nothing, like we always used to there. Someone brought up an old story, someone laughed before the end. Funny how the years get smaller when you're sitting with old friends. We kept saying one more minute, then another hour disappeared. Nobody was watching the time, and nobody needed to. We stayed longer than we planned, watched the afternoon turn gold, had nowhere we needed to be, and 100 things to tell. We stayed longer than we planned, till the lights came on outside. Sometimes the best kind of evening is the one you never had in mind. No reason to leave, no reason to rush. We stayed longer than we planned, and somehow it wasn't long enough. Ordered something else to drink, split a piece of cake 4 ways, talked about the jobs we hated and the ones we almost changed. Someone showed a faded picture from a summer years ago, half the names we couldn't remember, but the stories we still know. Outside people hurried home, inside we were taking our time. For once nobody was asking what comes next in our lives. We kept saying we should probably go, but no one reached for their coat. Another story started, and we all stayed for one more. We stayed longer than we planned, watched the afternoon turn gold, had nowhere we needed to be, and 100 things to tell. We stayed longer than we planned, till the lights came what we ordered, what we wore. But we'll remember how nobody wanted to be the first one out the door. Maybe that's what stays with you, not the big things you arrange. Just an ordinary afternoon you wish had lasted one more day. We stayed longer than we planned, watched the evening settle in. The streetlights came on one by one, and still nobody wanted to leave. We stayed longer than we planned, like we had all the time. Sometimes the moments you don't plan are the ones you keep for life. No reason to leave, no reason to rush. We stayed longer than we planned, and somehow it still wasn't long enough. Same time again, yeah, sounds good. One last laugh outside the door. We came for coffee, stayed for more. Yeah. We had a weekend all mapped out, 2 bags packed and the windows down, and the car gave up on the edge of town right when the sky started pouring down. You looked at me, I looked at you, like what else could possibly go wrong? Then you started laughing, and somehow I laughed along. You closed the umbrella, let it fall, said we're already wet, why fight it at all? And just like that, the worst kind of day didn't feel so bad. So we're dancing while it rains, let the whole sky fall our way. We can't stop what we can't change, so come a little closer anyway. No perfect plans, no perfect night, just your hands holding mine. If the rain won't go away, we'll keep dancing while it rains. We've got all we need. Your hair was soaked, your shoes were gone. We left them somewhere on the lawn. The streetlight shimmered on the road like little stars beneath our toes. You pulled me close to an old cafe, music spilling through the door. We didn't need the trip we planned, I didn't miss it anymore. Maybe happiness isn't where everything goes the way you planned. Maybe sometimes just finding someone who still takes your hand and keeps dancing while it rains, lets the whole sky fall away. We can't stop what we can't change, so come a little closer anyway. No perfect plans, no perfect night, just your heartbeat next to mine. If the rain won't go away, we'll keep dancing while it rains. Don't run inside, stay here for a while. Stay here for a while. I used to wait for perfect weather, clear blue skies and better days. But loving you has taught me something. Sunshine isn't the only way. Some nights bloom under storm clouds, some stars shine in city rain. And maybe joy is simply choosing who you want beside you when it rains. So let's keep dancing while it rains. Let tomorrow find its way. We don't need to fix the night, we only need this little space. Your laughing eyes, the city lights, water shining everywhere. If the clouds stay till the morning, I'll still be dancing with you there. The rain slowed down, we didn't. You smiled and said, see, not such a bad night. I pulled you closer, no, not bad at all. I used to roll my eyes when you'd say call me when you get there. I'd laugh and say, I know. Already halfway down the stairs, you'd leave the hallway light on. Dinner waiting on a plate. I thought that's just what home was. I never knew what it meant. Funny how the years change what you see. The smallest things come back differently. All those words I barely heard are louder now inside of me. I know now what I couldn't see then. Love was in the little things, again and again. Every light you left on, every "Are you okay?" I thought it was just home. I know now it was love all along. Dad would fill the tank for me. Mom would ask if I had eaten. Some mornings I'd rush outside, barely saying goodbye. You stood there by the window till I disappeared from sight. I was busy growing up, you were learning to let me go. I know now what I couldn't see then. Love was in the quiet things, again and again. Every ride, every late night light, every text me when you're home. I thought it was just home. I know now you were loving me all along. I see it now. I see you now. I see it now. Maybe love is like the evening sun. You don't know how warm it was until the light has moved along. Maybe growing up is looking back and finding what was always there. Not in perfect words, just 1,000 little ways you cared. I know now what I couldn't see then. Love was waiting in the ordinary again and again. In the kitchen lighting every "Are you okay?" I thought it was just home, but home was never just a place. I know now it was your love all along. So I called tonight, you answer, everything okay? I smiled, yeah. I just wanted to hear your voice, and somehow, for a moment, I was home. Fluorescent lights, a basket in my hand, half full of things I didn't really need. I turned the corner by the coffee aisle, and there you were, holding the same cereal you used to buy. For a second, neither of us moved, and you laughed and said, "Well, this is weird." I smiled, yeah, a little. You asked how I've been, I said busy. You said same. Funny how years can fit inside one word. At the grocery store at 9 p.m. under lights that make everything look plain. You asked about the life I chose, I asked about the places you had been. No big reunion, no old flames coming back, just two people by the frozen food, remembering who they used to be. You told me you moved last spring, found a place across the river. I told you I changed jobs and finally learned to sleep a little better. You look different, not in a way I could explain, just older, softer, more like someone who'd been through things, and maybe so was I. We talked for 7 minutes, maybe 8, long enough to make the past feel close, but not enough to make it hurt. At the grocery store at 9 p.m. between the bread and magazine racks, you asked if I still paint. I said sometimes. You smiled like you remembered that. No big reunion, no reason to pretend, just two people in an ordinary place, meeting for a moment again. Funny how life circles back. I used to think the past would come back louder, like a song I couldn't turn down, but it was quieter than that. More like seeing an old coat and remembering how it used to fit. You weren't who I missed, not exactly. Maybe I missed the version of me who knew you back then. At the grocery store at 9 p.m. we stood there with our separate lives. You said it was good to see you. I said, yeah, you too. No big reunion, no unfinished scene, just a little piece of who we were, passing through who we've become. You went left, I went right. I forgot the milk, didn't go back for it. We took 100 pictures on that weekend by the coast. You smiling in the sunlight, me pretending not to pose. We kept the pretty moments saved neatly in our phones, but somehow those were never the ones I loved the most. It was 2 a.m. noodles standing barefoot in the kitchen. You stole half of mine and swore you didn't. No filter, no perfect light, just you laughing with your hair tied up, and me thinking I could stay in that moment all night. Funny what we keep and what we never save. The things I remember best were never made for anyone else to see. The best of us never made it to the screen. No captions, no perfect scene, just your hand finding mine in the quiet in between. No one saw the way you stayed when I had nothing good to say. The best of us never made it to the screen, and maybe that's why it still feels real to me. You got sick that winter, I stayed up past 3. Cold cloth on your forehead, your head against my knee. No photo, no story, no one knew where we were, but I still remember how you whispered, don't go yet. And I said, I'm not going anywhere. Maybe love was never asking to be seen. Maybe some of it was only meant for you and me. The best of us never made it to the screen. No hearts, no perfect scene, just the nights we laughed too hard in the car on empty streets. No one saw you pull the blanket up around me when I fell asleep. The best of us never made it to the screen, and somehow those are still the parts I keep. No camera, just us, just us. disappeared if no one caught it before it passed. But moonlight doesn't need a picture to prove it touched the glass. And maybe love is something like that, quite enough to mess, real enough to stay. Some things don't need an audience, some things don't need a name. Best of us never made it to the screen. No captions, no memory reel, just your voice at 2 in the morning saying, are you still awake? Just the way you knew my silence before I knew what to say. The best of us never made it to the screen, but I remember everything. I scrolled past all those pictures, then put my phone face down. You were sleeping beside me. I pulled a blanket up around your shoulder, but some things are too real to need a picture. Rain on the station roof, coffee in my hand. I heard the doors were closing and ran as fast as I could. Made it by a second, laughing at myself. Then I looked across the aisle and there you were. You smiled and said, close one. I caught my breath and smiled back. Outside, the city slipped into the rain. Neither of us knew what came next. Maybe it was nothing, just an empty seat. A rainy night, two strangers going somewhere at the same time. I almost missed the train that somehow led me to you. One more second, one red light, and maybe I'd have passed you by. Funny how a little rain can change the way a night unfolds. I almost missed the train and found someone I didn't know. I've been hoping to find. The train stopped somewhere outside town, rain running silver down the glass. You asked me what I was reading, I asked you where you were going. 7 minutes turned into an hour, the windows faded into night. You made me laugh about something small, and somehow it didn't feel small. The storm moved on, the tracks started shining, and somewhere between there and home I stopped wondering when we'd arrive. I almost missed the train that somehow led me to you. One more second, one more turn, and maybe I'd have never known how strange his voice could make a long ride feel too short. I almost missed the train and found a reason not to mind the rain anymore. Passing lights, stay a little while. Maybe life doesn't always change with thunder in the sky. Maybe sometimes it's one small door that almost closes right before you arrive. A different minute, a different street, and you and I might never meet. But that night the rain kept falling, and somehow we were in the same place. I almost missed the train that somehow led me to you. The rain was fading, morning lights were coming through. We reached my stop, but neither of us moved right away. You looked at me and softly said, maybe I'll see you again. I smiled, maybe you will. I almost missed the train and somehow didn't miss you. The doors open, I stepped outside, then turned around, you were still there, smiling through the glass. The train pulled away. first time I was glad. I've been running late. My battery died at 10:42, right in the middle of something I thought I had to do. I tapped the black screen once, then twice, like somehow that might bring it back to life. No map, no messages, no little red light asking for me. So I put it in my pocket, and for a minute didn't know where to look. Then someone laughed across the street. A dog pulled hard against its leash, and I realized I've been walking here for years without really seeing it. 20 minutes without my phone, and suddenly I wasn't alone. There was music from an open door, coffee drifting from the corner store. A kid was dancing at the crosswalk light. An old man waved at someone passing by. 20 minutes without my phone, and the whole world was still going on. My train, so I sat outside and waited for the next. A woman beside me was reading a book and smiling at something she read. The clouds broke open over the building, sunlight landed on the avenue. Nothing important was happening, and somehow I didn't want it to. No one knew where I was for a little while, and maybe that was why I could finally be there. 20 minutes without my phone, no endless scroll to take me home, just bicycles and passing cars. A plane moving between the clouds. Someone held the door for someone else. A couple argued, then started to laugh. 20 minutes without my phone, and I remembered how to look around. Look around. I almost forgot. I thought I'd missed something important. The call, a message, a moment gone. But the only thing I'd really been missing was happening all along. When moving through the trees, my coffee getting cold. A whole afternoon with nowhere I needed to post it. 20 minutes without my phone, and nothing fell apart. The city kept its little rhythm. People came and went. The light turned gold across the windows. Someone somewhere started singing. 20 minutes without my phone, then I felt a little more like myself. At 11:02, the screen came back to life. 4 messages, 2 missed calls, 100 things waiting. I looked at them, then looked up and put the phone back in my pocket. We used to talk until 2 a.m. about nothing and everything. You knew who I liked before I did. I knew when you weren't okay. We never had to choose our words, never wonder what they meant. Somewhere between the first kiss and trying to make it last, we got careful. Funny how getting closer made us hold back more. Maybe we were better at being friends when silence didn't need explaining. When I could call you just because, and nothing had to mean anything. to be us. We started counting who called first, who stayed, who walked away. Little things we used to laugh at turned into things we'd save. You stopped telling me who hurt you, because sometimes it was me. And I miss the version of us that didn't need to win. We knew each other so easily, until love made everything loud. Maybe we were better at being friends, when silence didn't need explaining. When I could sit beside you and not wonder what you were thinking. We loved each other, I still believe that. That's what makes it hard to say. We got so busy trying to be lovers, we forgot how to be us. Before we tried so hard, before it got so hard. Maybe love didn't ruin us. Maybe we just asked too much of it. Asked it to fix every distance, name every feeling, carry every fear. We were lighter before we knew how much we could lose. And sometimes I still miss the person I could tell anything to. Not my ex, not my almost, just my friend. Maybe we were better at being friends, before forever entered the room. Before every goodbye felt heavier, before every silence needed truth. I don't regret loving you, I just miss what came before. We got so busy trying to keep love, we lost the friendship at its core. Maybe we were better at being friends, and maybe that's the part I miss the most. If I saw you across the street, I think I'd still smile. Not like before, not like back then, just enough to say I remember who we were. We stayed too late outside your door, talking like we had nowhere to go. You looked at me, then looked away, like there was something you almost said. I smiled like I didn't notice. You laughed a little too slow, the street was quiet, and neither of us wanted to go. Maybe we both knew, maybe that's why the silence felt so loud that night. What we almost said still lives somewhere between us, in the breath before goodbye, in the way you held my eyes. No promise, no confession, just a moment we let pass. What we almost said still feels closer than the past. You called me 3 days later, asked if I made it home okay. I said yeah, I'm fine, then waited like there was more you'd wanna say. You asked about the weather, asked about your week. Funny how two people can talk and still leave so much underneath. Maybe we were careful, maybe we were scared, maybe love was already there. What we almost said still lives somewhere between us in the pause before you smiled and the way we bought more time. No promise, no confession, just a door we didn't close. What we almost said was everything we almost chose. To change the whole night, but maybe some love is softer, like evening light on an empty street, there for a moment, then gone before you name it. And maybe that doesn't make it less. Maybe some things stay beautiful because we never asked what came next. What we almost said still lives somewhere between us. Not a wound, not a regret, just a place I haven't forgotten yet. No promise, no forever, just your hand almost touching mine. What we almost said still comes back from time to time. If I saw you now, I don't think I'd ask why. I'd probably smile and let that old silence say it. One more time. I say what I feel before I think. You keep your heart closer in. I ask, do you miss me? You smile and change the song. I used to think silence meant distance, that love should sound like love. Then one cold night you gave me your coat and walked home in the rain. Maybe I was listening for words while you were speaking somewhere else. You love in a different language, no poetry, no perfect lines. You say it in the smallest ways. I almost missed 1,000 times. In the coffee you remember, in the light you leave on. You love in a different language, and I'm finally learning yours. You never say stay safe. You check the tires before I leave. You don't write long goodnight text. You call if I sound tired. After we fight, you make the bed, put water by my side and ask me, did you sleep okay? Like that question means more than it says. Maybe love doesn't always arrive in the shape we recognize. You love in a different language, no poetry, no perfect lines. You say it in the smallest ways. I almost missed 1,000 times. In your hand around mine, and the way you wait outside. You love in a different language, and I'm finally learning yours. Ooh, say it your way. I'll listen now. I used to think love should sound like thunder, clear enough to fill the sky. But maybe yours is more like like daylight, quietly changing every room. No grand confession, no perfect phrase, just 100 little choices you make. And maybe that's what love is. Not one language, but two people learning how to hear. You love in a different language, and I don't need to change your words. I know now what you're saying, even when I barely hear it. And when I say I love you, you still get a little shy. Then you look at me and say, I missed you today. For you, that was almost a love letter. I smiled, yeah. You looked away, yeah. No perfect line, no perfect ending, just you speaking love your way. I was looking for a number I hadn't used in years, scrolling past old co-workers, restaurants, and names I barely knew. Then there you were, still saved, exactly the same. No new photo, no new message, just your name. I almost laughed at how little it took to bring back an entire season. I don't call, I don't type and delete, I just pause long enough to remember your name in my context, still sitting where it's always been. I don't need to hear your voice, I don't need to start again. But somehow 4 little letters on a glowing screen still know how to take me back to who I was when you knew me. There was coffee before work, long walks with nowhere to be, a jacket you left in my car for almost 3 weeks. I gave it back eventually. You gave me back my key. Funny how we returned everything except the memory. Maybe moving on isn't always a clean goodbye. Maybe some things just stop asking to be touched. Your name in my context, still sitting where it's always been. I don't need to hear your voice, I don't need to start again. But somehow 4 little letters on a glowing screen still know how to take me back to who I was when you knew me. Still there. Still there. Still there. I used to think I'd know I was over it the day I finally hit delete, but time got quiet and so did we. The rain stopped holding your shape, the song stopped sounding like you, and your name became just a name most days. Maybe that's what healing is, not erasing, just needing less from what remains. Your name in my context, still sitting where it's always been. I could delete it anytime, I just never think to. And now 4 little letters on a glowing screen don't pull me under like they used to. They only make me smile at who I was when you knew me. I locked my phone, put it down, and kept walking. Your name again like we always do. Nothing different, nothing new. Then you leaned in just a little, and the whole room changed with you. I could hear the music playing, but somehow it faded out. You were standing right beside me, closer than we talked about. Maybe it was just a moment, maybe neither of us knows, but you stayed there for a second. A little too close, a little too close, a little too long. Something about it felt a little too strong. We didn't move, we didn't let go. Tell me why you're standing a little too close, a little too close to call it nothing, a little too late to say we felt nothing. No need to rush, no need to know, just stay a little too close, too close, a little too close. Don't move like you, a little too close. We've been friends for long enough. I know your jokes, you know my ways, but tonight there's something different. And the way you say my name, your hand brushed mine across the table. Neither one of us pulled away. Funny how the smallest distance can change everything. Maybe we should talk about it, maybe we should let it go. But right now, I don't mind you. A little too close, a little too close, a little too long. Something about it felt a little too strong. We didn't move, we didn't let go. Tell me why you're standing a little too close, a little too close to call it nothing, a little too late to say we felt nothing. No need to rush, no need to know, just stay a little too close, a little too close. No labels tonight, no promises to make. We can leave tomorrow for tomorrow. Right now, there's only this space between your breath and mine, getting smaller. A little too close, a little too long. Maybe we knew it all along. No turning back, no letting go, no letting go. Tonight I want you. A little too close, a little too close, a little too close to call it nothing. Too real now to say we felt nothing. We don't need to name it, yeah, just stay a little too close, too close. Little too close, stay there, don't move. A little too close. A little too close.
Found an old photograph in the back of a drawer. Same eyes, different smile from a life I knew before. I remember that jacket, I remember that street. How I thought I had to hurry to become who I should be. I was always looking forward, always trying to arrive. Never knew that getting older could feel more like coming alive. I don't blame that version of me, she was doing what she could. But I wouldn't trade today for the way I thought I should. I don't miss who I was, but I'm glad she got me here. All the wrong turns, all the long nights, all the things I used to fear. I don't need to go back, just to know that it was real. I can love where I've been without wanting to live there again. I don't miss who I was, I like who I am. There are names I don't call now, places I don't go, dreams I used to carry that I finally let go. Not because they didn't matter, not because I lost my way. Some things fit a younger heart, quietly fade. Now I leave a little room for a life I didn't plan. I'm not trying to be perfect, I'm just learning where I stand. I don't owe my younger self every promise that she made. Some were meant to leave me here, some were meant to change. I don't miss who I was, but I'm glad she got me here. All the wrong turns, all the long nights, all the things I used to fear. I don't need to go back, just to know that it was real. I can love where I've been without wanting to live there again. I don't miss who I was, I like who I am. Who I was, who I am, both belong to the same story. Who I was, who I am, I don't need to choose between them. If I could meet her for a minute, I wouldn't tell her what to change. I just say, take your time, you'll find your way. One day you'll stop chasing every answer. One day quiet won't feel like giving up. You'll look into the mirror and finally feel like you're enough. I don't miss who I was, but I always wish her well. She carried me through chapters I don't need to read again. I don't need to go back to remember how it felt. I can keep the good, leave the rest, and still be myself. I don't miss who I was, I like where I am. Old photograph back in the drawer, same eyes, different life, and I don't need to be her anymore. Missed my train by half a minute, watched the doors close anyway. Coffee spilled across my jacket, guess it wasn't starting great. Had a list of things to finish, had the whole day figured out. Then the rain came without warning and washed all my plans right out. So I stopped trying to make it go my way. Took the long road for a change. It turned out better than the plan. Nothing went the way I had it in my head, but here I am, laughing at the mess with nowhere else to be. Then the plan, maybe I don't need to understand every turn before it comes. Some days find their own way, and somehow that's enough. Found a little corner cafe, never noticed it before. Stayed until the rain was over, didn't check the time at all. Took a street I'd never walked down, heard a song from somewhere near. For a day that started badly, I kinda like how I got here. Maybe good things don't always announce themselves. Maybe sometimes they just happen. It turned out better than the plan. Nothing went the way I had it in my head, but here I am, laughing at the mess with nowhere else to be. Better than the plan, maybe I don't need to understand every turn before it comes. Some days find their own way, and somehow that's enough. Better than I planned it, better than I knew. Sometimes what you don't expect is what
good day, had to go just right. Every box checked, everything on time. Now I'm walking home with nothing crossed off, and I wouldn't change a thing tonight. It turned out better than the plan. Nothing went the way I had it in my head, but here I am, taking in the evening with nowhere else to be. Better than the plan. Maybe life doesn't need a map in your hand. Every turn can lead somewhere. Some days find their own way, and somehow that's enough. No, it wasn't what I planned. Maybe that's the best part, better than the plan.